Nwankwo.
So which player now do you compare him with?
Nobody comes closest to Kanu. Nobody comes closest to. No. We've not had anybody around that. Nobody there.
Welcome back to EVO Sports. Today we're talking about some legends, those that gave us a very good memory in football in Nigeria and in Cameroon. I have some gentlemen beside me here who know very much about Cameroon football and Nigerian football, and today now we are talking about some of these legends. Most of you might not know these guys, but these are players that have really graced our television that we must have heard about. Some of them we were not even born when they were playing football. So today they just came around today they want to give us the list of some of these guys that have made Africa proud on the world stage and on African stage. Welcome, Mr. Emeka.
Yeah, well, it was a pleasure.
Welcome, Mr.
Thank you very much.
So today I start with you. So who are your legends in Nigerian football?
Yeah, when we talk about the Nigerian football legends, I refer to those that won trophies for this our beloved country. I will start by talking about those that won the 1980 Nations Cup. Then we had Christian Chukwu. He was the captain of that squad. He won that 80 Nations Cup with Nigeria. He won 47 caps for Nigeria. You know, apart from the caps, he won the Champions League, the equivalent of the African Champions League for
the scarf lockers.
Yes, he won it for Rangers then. He won it 1977 the Raiders, you know. He won the 80 Nations Cup. He was the captain of that team, you know. He was a true legend of Nigerian football. He saw Nigerian football all through his life. He saw it out till he died just recently. You know, so rest in peace.
So your number one legend in Nigerian football is Christian
Chairman Chukwu.
Okay.
That's what we're going to
number two.
Yeah. I'll talk about Shego Degbami. He was still in the 80 Nations Cup winning team. You know, the mathematical. That's what we call him, the mathematical Shego Degbami. You understand? Then he won 47 caps for Nigeria. He scored 22 goals. You know, he was joint highest goal scorer in that 80 Nations Cup winning team with the Moroccan Khalid Labid. You understand? They scored 3 goals each, you know. Then apart from that, he won 1977 Cup Winners' Cup. Okay, 1976 Cup Winners' Cup with ISCC Shooting Stars, you know, of Ibadan.
So Shego Degbami is your number 2.
Yes.
So give me one more before I ask him again, before you continue.
Okay, in that same...
So your number 1, Christian Chukwu. Number 2, Shego Degbami.
Yes.
Number 3,
late Mudashiru Babatunde Lawal. I call his name, I remember him with a lot of nostalgia because he was that good. He remains one of my best creative midfielders that ever graced the Nigerian football field. You know, he was that good. He played for ISCC Shooting Stars. He was in that same 80 Nations Cup winning team. He played for Nigeria. He won the 80 Nations Cup. He played in 1982, Libya 82. He played in the finals, you know, but he lost out with Nigeria. Then he's a true legend.
So from 1980
yes
to date. So your first...
No, from the 80 team, I'll pick 3.
No, I'm not talking about it. I'm talking about the total legend up to date now. So your best legend in Nigerian football right now is Christian Chukwu, number 1. Shego Degbami, number 2. Then Mudashiru Lawal, number 3.
Yes. But from the onset, I told you that I have my idea of legends are those that won trophies for Nigeria. So we'll still move into the 1994 Tunisia Nations Cup winning team, Tunisia 94.
No, but legends are not just maybe 94 nation. Are we talking about a legend, maybe legend of the country, maybe people who have played out of maybe the past 20-30 years, those who have played for the Super Eagles? Out of them, these are the best legends or people that you will refer to as your legend.
I have about 10 of them.
So we are not just saying it's because they played in 94 Nations Cup, so you should pick one. Or so we are talking about the legend of Nigerian football.
The legends in all the ramifications. Yes. You said you would take a breather from me.
Yes, I said if you mention your first 3. So that's why I'm asking you. These are your first 3.
3, yes. These are my first 3, yes.
So Mr. Etu, from Cameroon.
You know, legend. When you talk about legends, you talk about legends. Those that have graced that game for so many years. We can talk about from 70s, 80s, and 90s. We still have some other younger legend, but legend is legend. What I would call Roger Albert Miller.
Jamila.
They are well known as Roger Miller, but his full names are Roger Albert Miller.
I remember if you
Born-
his goal when he scored again was
Yeah.
Italy also.
Born in May 20th, 1952. He played notably for clubs like Monaco, Saint-Etienne, Bastia, Montpellier. In 1979 to 1980, he played for Monaco. In 1981 to 1984, he played for Saint-Etienne. In 1986 to 1989, he played for Montpellier. He played over 666 appearances for clubs, all clubs, conclusively, all clubs, both with the ones I have not mentioned. And he scored over 405 goals.
Wow.
You know, at 38, in 1990, at age 38, he scored 4 goals in the World Cup, Italian 90. He was the oldest player that played and scored in Italian 90, which he still broke his own record in 1994 when he scored against, at the age of 42, when he scored against Russia. You understand?
Man, they agree with this.
So that's Roger Albert Miller for you.
Yes.
Then he played in 3 World Cups, 1982, 1990, and 1994. He had 77 caps for the Indomitable Lions of Cameroon and scored 43 goals. He was African Player of the Year 1976 and 1990. So that's what I have for Roger Albert Miller.
Sorry again, Roger Miller. What's his position?
He played as a striker.
Okay, as a top 9.
No, not top 9. He played as a striker. Sometimes at top 9. Sometimes he plays from
What
8.
is his natural position?
He played as a top 9.
Okay. Thank you so much. So what about your second legend?
That's Thomas Nkono. Thomas Nkono. This is the person that inspired Gianluigi Buffon. He is a goalkeeper, the only black goalkeeper in the world that inspired Gianluigi Buffon to become a keeper. Buffon drew his inspiration from Thomas Nkono. You know, he was born July 1956. He's 69 years old. He played notably for Espanyol. He had over 300 appearances for clubs for Espanyol. 300 appearances for Espanyol. And total clubs that he has played for, he had 556 appearances. You know, he has 63 caps for Cameroon, won AFCON 1984, and had the Champions League, African Champions League in 1978 and 1980. Thomas Nkono was the Player of the Year for Africa, the first goalkeeper that was the Player of the Year for Africa in 1979 and 1982. CAF Champions League in 1978, 1991. All these things was when he was playing in Cameroon for Kanu Yaoundé. So those two that I've mentioned.
Record.
Yes, those two.
Goalkeeper.
Yeah, the goalkeeper. They are my legend for now.
One legend.
For now.
Then the third.
They thought if you want me to mention the third, that Jack Songo, the man that displays Peter Rufai in Deportivo La Corona. Jack Songo.
That's another goalkeeper.
It's a goalkeeper. All these ones I'm telling you that are all goalkeepers. I don't.
So your legends are goalkeepers.
Yes, Jack Songo. Born 17th March 1964.
I hope the Cameroonians will agree with you on this.
Hey, but that's my own legend. That's my own opinion. That's what I like.
But they are legends.
That they are legends of African football. I'm telling you about Jack Songo. Jack Songo, born 17 March 1964. Notable club that he played for, Deportivo La Corona. Made 150 appearances. You know, played for Metz, kept for Metz too.
In France.
Total Metz in France. Total appearances for club football, 322. He had 98 caps for Cameroon. You know, he won Coupe de la Ligue with Metz in 1995 and 1996 season. Then Deportivo La Corona, La Liga, 1999 to 2000 season. then AFCON in 1984, 1988, and 2002. He was the one that kept at the second choice keeper when Joseph Atombe had injury in their game against the first half. It was Joseph Atombe that kept. Russia scored them 3 goals. When he came on as a substitute, Russia still called him 3-0. So I wanted to understand that this a young man that kept in that World Cup, Jack Songo, is my own legend, my African legend.
That's your number 3.
Yes.
Yeah, so I go back to you now. So can you give us another 2 legends again?
Okay, I draw these 2 from the Nigerian team and that won the Nations Cup in
94.
Yeah, Tunisia 94. I'll go for Stephen Okechukwu Keshi. He started his career. He hit the limelight when he was playing for New Nigerian Bank (NNB) in Benin. You know, he captained that team. Then he was a defensive midfielder before he was converted to a central defender. You know, he captained the Nigerian national team for so many years. He was about the first Nigerian player that went on a professional. He took a lot of Nigerian players to Belgium. The first foray that Nigerian players made into the Belgium league was through Stephen Keshi. You know, so may his soul rest in peace. He won the Nations Cup 94. Then he captained Anderlecht in Belgium for so many years. I remember in Morocco at 88, Anderlecht used to send a private jet to pick him up. You know, yes, after a match and return him back to Belgium. Then after Simikeshi, we'll talk of Kanu Nwankwo. That's about the most decorated Nigerian footballer.
The 5th legend now.
Yes, the 5th one. He's about the most decorated Nigerian footballer.
Papilo.
Yeah, Papilo will call it. You know, he's a pride to. He's a very big source of pride to Nigeria. You know, he won the Olympic gold in Atlanta. That's for Nigeria, you know. But when you talk about his club career, he won so many trophies. He won the UEFA Champions League with Ajax. Won the UEFA Cup with Ajax still, you know. Then
he went to Inter Milan.
Yes, he went to Inter Milan, you know. Had that heart issues. Then from there, he transcended to the best club in the world, Arsenal. You know, that was where he won. You remember, you know what I'm talking about.
But didn't win Champions League with Arsenal.
He didn't win Champions League with Arsenal, but he went unbeaten with the Arsenal team a whole season. They are the best team, the first team that still have that record.
But the record does not translate to trophy now.
The Invincibles you're talking about.
Yes, like if you go on.
They won the trophy now. They won the Premiership that season. That's not what we are talking about here now.
That's 49.
So their squad is referred to as the Invincibles, the Immortals. You understand? You know what that means? The Immortals, the Invincibles. That's what Kanu is associated with. You know? So that's about the second legend I can tell you about. The 5th one I can tell you about.
So give us one more.
Okay, I can tell you about late Peter Rufai.
Dodo
Mayana. He will tell you Mayana Dodo. If you call him Dodo Mayana, he tells you Mayana Dodo. You know, so he's so rest in peace, you know. He was just buried recently now. He was the best goalkeeper for me that came through the shores of this country. You know, he made goalkeeping. He played a major role in most of our childhood growing up. You know, his heroics.
Is it better than Vincent Enyama?
By my own ramifications. Though some people rate Enyama highly because of his great distance as in club career, but I rate Rufai higher because of his exploits with the Nigerian national team. His heroics. I remember a lot of games that Nigeria were almost going, but Peter Rufai kept us in those games. May his soul rest in peace.
So that is 6 now.
Yes,
we're not doing 10. It's only 5 that we're doing. 5.
Only 5. Okay. What about you? So continue from there. The 4th one.
My 4th one is Joseph Aton Ben. Atom Bear, a notable player for Olympique Marseille, 109 caps.
Bellator was a goalkeeper now, right?
A goalkeeper now is a player. What I mean, player, he's a goalkeeper. Goalkeepers are players too, you know. Born 8th October 1954. Kept for Saint Etienne, 88 caps. Then 50 caps for Cameroon and 1 goal. CAF Champions League winner with Union Douala in 1979. AFCON winner 1984 and 1988. That's the thing I know I can tell about Atom Bear.
So the fifth one.
The fifth one, I know that Almighty Samuel Eto Fios, my namesake, you know, Eto Fios. A young, handsome, beautiful boy that went to Madrid, applied his trades in Madrid, Barcelona, Inter Milan, and Andy Mekachala, Chelsea Football, Everton, you can name them. And in Madrid, he played a little, then was sent on loan to Mallorca. From Mallorca, Barca bought him. He won the La Liga with Barca on several occasions. He won Champions League with Barca. He left from Barca to Inter Milan and won the Scudetto and won the Champions League. From there, he left to Anzi Mekachala, where he was the highest paid player in world football. Later from there, he came to Chelsea FC, where he won the league with Chelsea, I think the FA Cup. Samuel Eto'o went from Chelsea to Everton. And from there, the rest is history. The best and the most decorated African footballer of all time, Samuel Eto'o Fios.
Okay, let me ask you. So your first legend is Christian Chukwu.
Yes.
What position does he play?
He was a central defender.
Central defender. So Christian Chukwu and this present-day central defender. So what can you say? What is it that the young ones are not doing that Christian Chukwu did during his own days? Or what is it that the central defenders are doing now that Christian Chukwu did not do?
There's no basis for comparison between these present
After Christian Chukwu, have you ever had anybody that came close or that is close to Christian Chukwu?
Yes, the only person that came close to
Christian Chukwu.
stepping into Christian Chukwu's shoes was
Joseph Ebo.
apart from Stephen Keshi. Stephen Keshi played that central role equally. You know, he was in a class of his he was in a class of his own. So I can call on Uche Okechukwu. You understand that was I was supposed to even call him amongst my legends. You understand that he was in the USA 94 team. He was in Tunisia 94. He won that trophy, the Tunisia 94 Nations Cup as well. So Uche Okechukwu comes closest.
Okay, so I just want our viewers to understand and to know. Then the second one, Segun Odegbami.
Yes, Segun Odegbami was outrageously.
What is his position?
He was an out and out right winger.
Okay, right.
He was a right winger.
So who is that Super Eagles player that has come close to that performance or to that?
Presently,
Yes.
I don't think anybody can touch.
At least close. That's somebody.
Nobody.
So what about after Segun Odegbami? No.
The person that comes closest to, you know, is still another legend, Finidi George, but he wasn't. Segun Odegbami was a dribbling machine. You understand? Finidi George used to, you know, he was good with those passes and, you know, all those directs, you know, plays that but Segun Odegbami was a dribbling machine.
Okay. Then the third one is Mudashiru.
Yeah, Mudashiru Babatunde Lawal. He was a holding midfielder. But then holding midfielders then were not good. He was the 4. Now he will be the play 4 set. You understand the hair? So he was going forward. You understand the hair? The only person I can rate closest to him, bring closest to him, he wasn't playing the same wing with JJ. You understand? But JJ reminds me of him. You know, JJ is still yet another legend. You know.
So your fourth legend, Peter Rufai.
Yeah, Peter Rufai.
So which goalkeeper do you think is closer to him?
Vincent Enyama came closest.
Vincent Enyama.
Yes, he came closest.
Your fifth
was Who? Nwankwo.
Kanu. So which player now can you compare him with?
Nobody comes closest to Kanu. Nobody comes closest to. No. We've not had anybody around that.
Even a little bit.
Nobody there. It's just like JJ. There's not been any replacement for two of them.
Even if not replacement, but coming close.
Nobody came close to comes close to anything like them, to the best of my knowledge, in Nigerian football now. Okay. There's no creativity in the present Super Eagles now. They struggle. So
okay.
Yes, I'm here with you.
So your number one,
Roger Albert Miller.
So which Cameroonian player do you think is closer to this?
I would say Samuel Eto'o Fields.
Samuel Eto'o.
Another legend. And I would have still mentioned another player that is closer to him, Franco Oman-Biyik. But that one is a legend of his time too.
Oman-Biyik, I remember him.
Second name, Thomas Nkono.
What position does he play?
Keeper, is a keeper.
As a goalkeeper. So which other Cameroonian goalkeeper that?
Another legend that comes closer to him is Carlos Idris Kameni.
Okay.
Espanol.
Okay.
Goalkeeper team.
Yeah.
So your third one?
My third one is Jack Songo.
Jack Songo. What?
He's a goalkeeper.
So goalkeeper.
He was the one that displaced Peter Rofai, his legend, displaced him to the bench.
So which other goalkeeper come close?
Kameni. Yes.
Your fourth one?
World class keeper.
Your fourth legend?
My fourth legend is Atom Bell.
What position?
Goalkeeper.
Which other legend? Kameni too?
Kameni comes closer to him. Very lovely.
Your fifth one?
Samuel Eto'o Fields.
What position?
He's a striker, top 9.
So which other Cameroonian striker come close?
For now, none. Not even in Africa.
Not
even in Africa. The only person that comes closer to him that is an African is Didier Drogba.
But in Cameroon,
nobody.
Not even Abubakar.
Not even Abubakar.
Guys, come to the end of the show.